This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 19, and 31. Check four.
They'll run on first down. Harrison. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. To throw is Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Mike 5.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 42 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Time's the mic. 31.
Now a first down throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Motion. Hey, check Mike 33.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's first and 10 at the 14.
3 bus. Hey, check. 54. Watch 55.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back.
Mike 54. Right there in the middle. 55. You got nothing to that.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. He may try. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First down, Philadelphia.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. He's got a first down past the 30. And he cuts it back left. And he's going to cut it to the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 83 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Packers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Watch the twist.
Here's Watson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On first down, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, it's Harrison. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 50 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over them. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Hey, check the set. Look at the egg. Check that. To the car. Check that. Kill.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play. And the pressure gets to him again. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check 33. Stop your whining. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike.
Watson now from the downhill throw. Being chased out left. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 22-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch it.
First carry for a Kenosha native and former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check him up. Check the call.
On 1st down, Harrison. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. It's Harrison trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Let's get off the field. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Check nickel. Check 26. Check another time now.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got Harrison left side complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Slam. Orbit. Mike check 33. Watch the run. Open it forward. Hold the look.
From the 50, it's Watson. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On second down, it's Harrison. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Nice set. 19. 94. Slam. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Let's stop.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
On second down now, it's Harrison. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And an Eagle 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
36. Check 24. Slam.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Back. Watch twins. Watch twins.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike, back man. Check, Mike 42. Hey, tight. Check 30. Mike 42.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Packers' 33-yard line.
Mike 42. Check. It's got Mike 42.
Kill. I got.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Mike 42, check.
Bravo.
Yo. Mike 42. Me and you.
46 down, man. 5-4.
I'm coming after you. Mike 42.
Hey, watch the leg.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check three, check three, check three.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Go. Waiting. Sunday.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz completes it to Samuel. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw is Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. They'll run on 1st down. Harrison. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got it.
26.
Ball. Right check 33. Watch the curls. Hey, watch edge. Check. Fresno. Check. Motion out of the backfield.
From the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Switch gears, switch gears.
A final shot before the break. Watson escaping the pressure right. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
64, weak. 5-9.
Mike 42,
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Now looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Check. Crunch.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Melvin Gordon, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Ready? Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
From the 31, Watson. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, switch! Mike, 5.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check the backer. Motion.
On 1st down, Watson. And it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check curls.
Under 10. 10. 31.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 16-yard
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 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 check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there by Gordon. 47 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
At 24.
On 1st and 10, Watson rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Watch the eye.
Bang, 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 bang. 9.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, he's going to wind up in it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
At the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Shift. Sunday.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. All day, just like that.
Shift. Hey, high 7.
Let's go, defense.
Now wins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
At the 4-yard line.
Motion. Check. Shift.
Mike 5.
Line him up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Check the hot read. Tighten up.
Motion. Close up the helmet. Here we go. Line up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harrison, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
4 yards on the pickup.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away.
Watch the motion.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harrison, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just not any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Wentz going to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Eagles.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
Two-jet.
Wentz. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 17. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Play 31.
Check 3.
3 points down, he's coming. Play 24.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check mark 33. Check mark 33. Watch the out. Watch the out. Check 13. Check 13.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Big Ed.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Switch. Alert flow.
Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check mark 33. Check mark 33.
All day, every day. Mike, check 33. Watch the screen.
Throwing now. Watson. Buying time to his left. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Green Bay, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.